Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is going to be a comic haul slash Halloween special, I guess. I figure this channel is kind of known for my unboxings and comic hauls, so because today is Halloween, I figured I'll do a little bit of my comic haul and maybe talk about some Halloween stuff just for fun. So let's get into it. I'm going to show some comics first, and then I'll talk some Halloween stuff. So stay tuned for that at the end. So I went to two comic book shops. I went to, I actually don't even know what the second one was called, but it just happened to be next to a Korean restaurant, and my wife wanted some Korean food, so I I picked up some comics. But they were really good, actually, a really good store. It just happens to be next to a Korean restaurant. So I'm going to pull out all the comics. There's a big ton of them. Let me see. I just want to make sure I got everything. It was a pretty good. It was a big haul, a big haul of comics. So let me get them all out. Okay. So I think that's everything. So I'll do the little shop first. The little shop had they gave me some free comics. So I got Exo Man of War. I saw this. I was like, oh my goodness. If you know anything about 90s comics, this was like, one of those ones from Valiant. Just very confusing. I didn't even get the story. But it's like Exo Man of War. Very 90s comic, but it was a free comic book day version. One that I actually thought was cool was this is not even a free comic book day. It just was, they gave it away for free. Was Stephen King, The Dark Tower. I just thought this was cool. They gave it away for free. I was like, hey, free comic, I'll take it. And The Dark Tower is kind of cool. And then I was actually looking for a particular comic that I thought it'd be really cool if I could find this comic. Because it wasn't at my local comic book shop. I missed out on it. And they just happened to have it. And they had all the variants, so I picked them all up. And it's called Barbaric. And it's just a kind of a cool series about it, kind of like Conan, very similar to Conan, but non-censored version of Conan a bit. And they even pay homage to this is the black and white version. And they actually pay homage to Conan. You can see this is the other variant, very Conan-esque. So it's just like the ripoff of the Conan the Barbarian, if you can see behind me. And then we got Barbaric. This is the regular A version. And it's Scott Snyder actually created this. So it's kind of cool. Or maybe he commented on it. No, he just commented on it. So, yeah, and then we got another cover. So these were all the covers that they had. There's actually more covers. There's actually, I think, like 6 different covers for the series. Another series that I actually didn't get there was 2 covers. I got the B cover, but not the A cover, was Bunny Mask. So I was happy to pick up the A cover. I wanted to get the A cover of that. And I also got number 2 of the series. So this is Bunny Mask number 2. And another one that I got that I thought was kind of cool. I forgot what this is. This is Gun Honey. This is the Virgin variant. And it was like $6. So hey, not too bad. That's $6 Canadian. So about $4 to $5 US. So I thought that was kind of nice. And then they had some older ones, some Top Cow stuff, Image Top Cow. This is Fathom number 1. And they had like 2 different variants. They had a variant of it as well. So I got the variant. I know. I just thought it was kind of cool. And another one that I thought was cool, and this is like, I think this is Peach Momoko, is The Death of Doctor Strange. So I got that as well. So these are mostly modern comics. I read the Barbaric ones. It's actually a pretty good series. Reasonable. I mean, it's worthy of reading. So that was cool. And then my regular comic book shop, I bought a whole bunch of stuff. And it's mostly modern. So, they only sell modern at that comic shop. So this is Barbarella. And Then we got Sweet Paprika, number 4. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to check that. And then we got Deja Thors, and versus John Carter of Mars. And then we got Dark Hold Blade. So this is the new Blade one. And this is the connecting variant. So there's probably another one that connects onto it. And then they had a few free comics. So I always love free comics. So these were the free comics. So we got Wonder Woman Day. I don't know. And then we got another Wonder Woman. I like Wonder Woman. So this is Princess Diana, Diana Princess of the Amazons. So that was kind of interesting. And then we got one more, which was Wonder Woman and the Tempest Tossed. So I thought, hey, 3 free Wonder Woman comics. That's always good. And then we got DC versus vampires. So Marvel did Marvel versus zombies. DC did DC versus zombies. And then Marvel did Marvel versus vampires. Now DC is doing DC versus vampires. So original. So yeah, this is the variant. I think this is I think it's the Primordial variant with very vampire-like Bruce Wayne, or Batman, I should say. Okay, so that's by Tinian too, so it's probably a good story. And then I got this variant of the Refrigerator Full of Heads, number 1. I didn't get the regular version, but I like this one so much, I just had to get it. I just really like this cover. So this is the new series. They had Basket Full of Heads was the first series, and this is the second series. It's the same guy that did a lot of the ones that you see on Netflix with, what's it called? Hill Manor and all those ones. He did this series as well. So, and then we got Ant. There was a whole bunch of variants for this. So I pretty much picked them all up. I kind of like this one because it kind of reminded me of the Iron Man and the Submariner ones where they had that stamp. So it kind of reminded me of that a bit. And I just thought the covers were kind of sexy. So that's one, Ant. Then we got Ant number 1, different variant. And then we got another variant, which is this one. So those are all the different variants. And then I got Gun Honey number 2. So you notice from my other haul, I got Gun Honey number 1. This is Gun Honey number 2. And the series is kind of mediocre. I'm mainly buying it for the covers. And then we got Sweet Paprika, the other variant cover. I think this is number 4 as well. Okay, and I got another variant cover, which is Primordial. And this is just, I thought this was really a great Americana kind of cover, so I kind of liked it. So I picked that up. I actually already had 2 other variants of that cover, of that edition, but yeah, I just thought that one was cool. And then I got some more Barbarella, just different ones. This is the Virgin variant. And I always get these at a discount, so even though it says $12, I don't pay that. I pay like $8 or so, US roughly. So yeah, I just thought this was nice little bondage cover. And then we got another one, Barbarella, just a different variant. Thought this was kind of nice. And then I got Wonder Woman again. I love Wonder Woman. This is Black and Gold. I haven't read this series yet. I have to get around to it. But I just like the cover. I thought it was quite good. That's number 5 of that series. And then I got Yasagi Ojimbo. This is number 23 of the ongoing series. And then we got Vampirella 23. So a bunch of 23s. This is Vengeance of Vampirella. I'm not sure if this is the A or B cover. I'm not sure. And then I don't know why they're all mixed up, but I got another Barbarella, just different cover. There's so many great covers this month for Barbarella, so I kind of picked them all up. Okay, and these are all sliding down. It's kind of annoying. Okay, then we got Gunslinger. So they made Gunslinger Spawn have his own series. So this is Gunslinger Spawn, and it's #1. So this is the Todd McFarlane cover. I thought that was quite nice. And then we got King Spawn, so a lot more Spawn. This is this is done by Todd McFarlane, but it kind of reminds me of Scotty Young. I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird. So I thought it was kind of interesting. And the big book that came out this week, I guess, is House of Slaughter. So this is kind of a little bit of my Halloween part, because this is a bit of a Halloween story, a nice horror story. I haven't read it yet. I read the series, but I didn't read House of Slaughter yet. So I'm kind of looking forward to reading this. But I got the kind of foily one. You can see it's kind of shiny. I thought it was just cooler. So I picked that one up. So this is House of Slaughter #1. That was the big book. And then another horror-related one, so a lot of horror, maybe because of Halloween, is the Winchester Mystery House. Now, this is actually a pretty cool real place. It's a real place in California. It's a house that is being constantly built, or was being constantly built. So this is my Halloween part of this unboxing, or whatever it is, not unboxing, but comic haul. I'm going to tell you a little story about the Winchester house. So the Winchester house is basically owned by the widow, or was owned by the widow of the Winchester fortune. Okay, Winchester is like a big gun manufacturer. And she was kind of hit with a bunch of tragedies. She lost her child and her husband. And it was kind of traumatic for her. So she's an heiress to this massive fortune. She never has to earn, it's just one of those fortunes that keeps on growing. And, but she had this kind of guilt, well, not guilt, but she felt like she was cursed because of the fact that all this tragedy happened in her life with her husband and child being lost. So what happened was she went to a psychic or a medium or somebody that was spiritual, and they told her that the ghosts of all the people that the guns had killed were out for her, were there to kind of like cause her grief and cause her pain and destroy her life, basically. So they told her a solution to the problem. And they said, if you build a house and just keep on building that house and make it confusing and have like different rooms, for example, there's staircases that just go nowhere. It goes like right into the ceiling. There's hallways that just go into like a wall. It just goes nowhere into a wall. There's secret passages. There's like all these really interesting things. And it's a massive house. So while she was alive, they were constantly building onto the house, and it was constantly expanding. And the reason for that was it would confuse these ghosts that were supposed to be chasing after her. So it was kind of, I actually visited the house. It's in San Jose, and it's just really, really fascinating. It's just this massive house, and it's just sprawling all over the place. And it's kind of fun to just sort of walk around it. And the really interesting thing was she was actually a very practical woman. She's not, you'd think, oh, she must be insane and, whatever, right? But she actually was very practical. And she had like these little staircases, because she had like arthritis or some kind of, problems with her legs, where she couldn't really take big steps. And she was very short anyways. So she had these like little special staircases built into the house to go from one floor to the next, where it was almost like almost like a ramp kind of thing, because she had to make it sort of longer so they would go all the way up, but each step was very small. So you could take lots of little steps to get up to the next floor. And she had a lot of really kind of innovative things inside the house, like electrical stuff and communicational things inside the house. And there was a lot of brilliance behind some of her planning. And it was just a very interesting house. It'd be a great house to play like hide and go seek or something like that, because it was just like this, massive house with like these kind of weird, weird rooms, and like there's like windows inside the house that if you open, like all of a sudden it's just like a drop. It's just like so crazy. So it's just a really interesting house. They don't let you take any video or anything inside the house because they're really protective of the secrets of the house in a way. And if you want to get that information, they force you to buy like some DVD or something like that. But it's a really interesting house, and they supposedly some of the workers that worked on the house died in the process. So they say that those ghosts are still seen sometimes within the mansion. That's some of the lore behind the house. But it's just a very cool place to visit. That's the reason why I picked up the comic. The Winchester House Mystery House, and that's actually what they call the house when you're there. They call it the Winchester House and the Mystery House. Just a really interesting place. I recommend, if you're ever in California, to definitely check out the Winchester House. It's really worth the visit. Okay, so that was my Halloween segment to this video. Next is more King Spawn, and this is the trick-or-treating one. I really like this. I kept on going to my comic shop, and I had seen this one, advertised. I said, please, I really want this cover. And like, I didn't remember I saw the cover, but I didn't see that it was King Spawn. I thought it was like Avengers or something, or not Avengers. Yeah, Avengers. But it's like Wonder Woman. Looks like Wonder Woman, Captain America, and Batman. So I was like, I wasn't sure what it was. I thought maybe it's a Bane thing, that this is Bane, or I don't know what it was. So I was trying to find out what the comic was, and I kept on requesting it from my my comic seller, my local LCS. So I finally got it, and it's just a really great cover. It's like this trick-or-treating thing, and the guy's got like a knife in behind his back. He's not really hiding it that well, but it's King Spawn #3, the variant cover, Halloween trick-or-treating variant cover. So some more Halloween related stuff, and one more Halloween kind of related thing is Tarot of the Black Rose #130. Just a really sexy Halloweenish kind of cover with the pumpkin and the bats and stuff, and the vampire in the background. Just really great cover. I collect all the Tarot series. Not a bad comic, actually. Pretty good. Lots of good girl art. And then we got Harley Quinn #8, and it's nice, really great cover. I really like all these ones. I'm trying to get the full collection of the Harley Quinn covers, like these kind of. I'm not sure who the artist is. Somebody told me before. I actually know, but I just blanking on the name. Somebody told me, and I should really know. So I guess they're like an art germ disciple, basically. I actually know what their name is, and I'm blanking on it, but oh well. Then I got Across to Bear. I don't know if this is going to be any good. It has that horror theme as well. I'm not sure if it is a horror related comic or what, but it looked kind of cool, so I picked it up. And from a few weeks ago, I just didn't pick it up yet, was Nubia #1. This is her first series. I thought that was kind of interesting. And then I read this one. It's not bad. Hell Cop. It's kind of like, what if you could go to the plane of hell, and basically, we can travel to the hell planes and interact with the demons and stuff. That's what the story's about, and a bit of a murder mystery as well. So Hell Cop #1, and just a random comic. This is the S Factor, and the only reason I picked this up is it's Action Lab Press. And they also produce Zombie Tramp, so I figured, hey, I'll check out this other book from them. And last but not least, we got sort of semi-horror related. We got Betty Page, The Curse of the Banshee, which is kind of Betty Page's kind of horror related title. So yeah, so a bit of a Halloween theme in some of the books that I picked up. So this I thought was just a really great cover. I already have this issue, but this was a cover I didn't have, so I just picked it up. So that was my Comic Haul / Halloween special. Not much of a Halloween special, but what else can I tell you? So I actually miss Halloween because last year we didn't have Halloween. All the trick-or-treating was canceled. And this year, my children, instead of doing the trick-or-treating, I was really excited to do the trick-or-treating thing because I find it fun. They are both going to Halloween parties. So this year there's no trick-or-treating. There's nothing for me. And we didn't even buy pumpkins. So I'm not even sure if we're going to even give out candy. So I'm sort of disappointed. I'd be curious, what are you guys doing for Halloween? You know, are you guys trick-or-treating? Well, yeah, you could wear a mask and pretend you're still a kid, right? Are you giving out treats? What are you doing for Halloween? Did you carve a pumpkin? So yeah, I'd love to hear your Halloween stories in the comments below. Please remember to like as well and to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.